Happy Wednesday, Magic Makers! My name is Bethany and welcome back to Wellness Path Witchcraft. On this channel, we talk about all things to do with spirituality, wellness, and witchcraft. So if that's something you're interested in, stay tuned in this video, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and leave a comment and a like down below, and let's get this video started. So today we'll be talking about my spiritual self-care, what I do for self-care that elevates my mood as well as my soul and my spirit, and what it is maybe that you could implement into your self-care routine to kind of increase your spirituality and get in tune with your soul. So one of the main things I do for spiritual self-care is I have a morning routine. I have posted a previous video about my morning routine, so I will try and link it somewhere here or down below. I'll try and figure it out. I'm a newbie, so she's learning. I went pretty in depth in that video about what all my morning routine encompasses. So if you're wanting some ideas for a morning routine for yourself, or if that sounds like something you might be interested in, please watch the video. I'll be linking it somewhere. So one of the things I do for my morning routine that is also a part of my spiritual self-care is Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is a type of yoga that involves mostly breath work. So it has to do with the Kundalini energy in your spine. So it's this serpent, snake-like energy that in ancient knowledge has been told to reside in the base of your spine. So the whole idea is to get that kind of energy moving throughout your body in order to just have a lot of beneficial aspects. Increased spiritual awareness, elevated mood. It helps with manifestation, lots of different things for lots of different purposes. I mostly watch Brahma TV's Kundalini Yoga videos with Guru Jagat. I feel like she is really good at kind of explaining things in a way that is really good for beginners. And I also just really like her attitude. She's fun to listen to and fun to work with. So another thing that I do for spiritual self-care that is a really high priority for me is meditation. I try and meditate daily. It doesn't always work out like that, but I really feel like even just like a 5-minute meditation daily will really help me get in the right mindset for the day, really help me be more present in the moment, help with mindfulness, and I can really feel a positive attitude change whenever I meditate regularly, as opposed to when I might be putting it off for a few days and don't get around to it. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care are bath rituals. Bath rituals are a type of witchcraft. You could say they could be spells or simply rituals that involve a bath. For me, I often involve different types of essential oils based on the correspondence for my intentions that I'm wanting to focus on for the bath ritual. I also might put some skin-friendly herbs in the tub, maybe rose petals, etc. Often light a candle for the moon, sometimes using color candle magic, so different colors depending on what my intention is. And I can also put oil and herbs on the candle as well as carve my intention into it before lighting it. I might also journal about my intention and about the bath ritual itself. And I also like to incorporate crystals. So if you decide to do this and incorporate crystals into your bath rituals, please be sure that your crystals are both water safe and safe for you to have in water. So make sure that they're not going to crumble or fall apart while they're in water, and also make sure that when they get wet, they don't become toxic. So do your research. I pretty much only use quartz and rose quartz in the bathtub. Otherwise, I'll have crystals around me, just kind of for the energy boost, again corresponding to my intention for the bath ritual. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care are affirmations. So I try and do affirmations daily. Oftentimes I will read off a list of affirmations that I've kind of curated myself based on kind of elevating my mood and my confidence and just having a more positive outlook about myself and my life in general. And sometimes I want to tailor my affirmations to different intentions or things I'm trying to manifest. And for that, I often go to YouTube and just look up affirmations for whatever intention it is that I have. Oftentimes, I will search things like affirmations for abundance, affirmations for creativity, affirmations for positive energy. And those will give you videos of or audio of people who have a list of affirmations that are already curated for you, so it's easy to either listen along or repeat them out loud. It really helps if you're wanting to have affirmations for specific intentions but don't necessarily have the time or creativity to come up with each individual affirmation yourself. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care is journaling. So I try and do journaling pretty often. The main thing I try and do is gratitude. So gratitude is very important for your mood and your positive outlook on life, as well as getting your mind in the state that it is necessary to manifest great things in your life. And so it's always great to have an attitude of gratitude. I'll often write a list. 10 is my general number of things that I'm grateful for. And they can be small things that I'm grateful for, like my coffee in the morning or waking up early enough to do my morning routine, or they could be big things like I'm thankful for my job, I'm thankful for my husband, etc. So anything you're thankful for, write it out, be grateful for it, make a list. Another thing that I like to do for journaling is set my intentions for the day. So this is pretty basic. It's kind of like a to-do list, but it also encompasses things that I may be wanting to do for fun or projects that I'm working on. It can really encompass anything. I also use journaling for shadow work. So for shadow work, I will focus on a specific aspect of myself or a specific topic, something that I'm trying to unearth from my subconscious. So if I come across some aspect of myself that I am not quite either familiar with or I'm repressing, I will kind of meditate on it for a little while and journal on it to kind of get to the root of what it is that is causing that issue, why it exists within myself, and to better heal it and overcome it. Work with your shadow self. So another thing that I do for spiritual self-care is tarot. Did you say something? Sometimes I will pull a tarot card for the day, just kind of giving me an outlook of what I have to expect from the day, or advice, wisdom, guidance from my spirit guides or my higher self, or just my intuition. So other than just pulling daily card pulls for tarot, sometimes I will use tarot to help me when I am having an issue or I need advice. Oftentimes I'll do like 3 card spreads for that, and that helps me practice my tarot, strengthen my intuition, and strengthen my bond with my spirit guides. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care is I drink cacao. So cacao is a plant that cocoa is derived from, and therefore chocolate is derived from. But cacao is a plant in its whole form. So it is unprocessed or very mildly processed as opposed to cocoa. So it maintains a lot of the very beneficial nutrients and phytonutrients and very beneficial aspects. So cacao has been used for ages in rituals or ceremonies in South America. The people in these countries, they knew of cacao's healing properties, and they knew that the plant had components in it that would really kind of open you up to love and connection with others. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care is drinking tea. I have a special anti-anxiety that I drink for just when I'm trying to settle down for the night or when I'm trying to relax after work. It is an herbal tea blend that is made from various different herbs that are known for their relaxing abilities, and really helps me kind of decompress and get ready for a good night's sleep. I really enjoy this tea, and I feel like if you guys are interested in having a recipe for the tea, if that sounds like something that is interesting to you, leave a comment down below and let me know, and I will consider making a recipe video. Another thing I do for spiritual self-care is dream work or dream journaling. So I have a knack for remembering my dreams. Sometimes I remember up to like 6 dreams in one night. So I've always felt like this ability was there for a reason. And I've always been fascinated about dream work. I've had experiences in the past where I have had things in my dreams come true. I also have a lot of deja vu all the time, so I really am fascinated by the dream world. So one thing I do to help me remember my dreams and to help me be able to look back on my dreams and kind of see if I can put the pieces together over time is I dream journal. So when I wake up in the morning, I always try and remember any aspect of my dream that I can and write it down in my dream journal in as great detail as possible. So I can look back on it the next day, the next week, the next month, the next year, and just to see if there are any symbols or clues as to things that will arise later in my life. I've also been trying to get into lucid dreaming lately. I've been trying to use reality checks. A reality check is whenever you, at some point in the day, take the time out to do something that will test whether or not you are in the dream world or the waking world. So one of the most common reality checks is to take your hand and try and stick your finger through it. And if it doesn't go through, then you're awake. But if it does, you're asleep and you're dreaming. Once you know you're dreaming, you can take control over your dream and basically do anything you could dream of. I would really like to be able to do that. I haven't been able to master the ability yet, but I'm trying. Another thing I do for dream work is hypnagogic work. So hypnagogic work is whenever you use the moments in between wakefulness and sleep to look for guidance and look for clues for different issues or problems or things that you're trying to find solutions or answers for. So what I'll do is I will ask my subconscious a question, and then I will sit on a couch, setting up with a key in my hand or my keys on my keychain, and I will set my arm over the arm of the chair and sit back and try and fall asleep with a plate underneath. So whenever you get into those first states of sleep and your body becomes completely relaxed, the idea is that your fingers will loosen and the key will drop and it will make a noise. It'll wake you up, and you can use what you remember from that past moment before waking to help you come up with what the solution is to the problem or the guidances that you're trying to find. Finally, another thing that I do for spiritual self-care is I connect with animals. I like to talk to animals as well as petting them, bonding with them, playing with them, whether they be my own pets or stray animals that I see outside that I just want to say hi to. I feel like connecting with animals is connecting with another very innocent soul, and I really feel like it helps me kind of bond with nature in a way. So those are some of the things I do for spiritual self-care. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below telling me what you do for spiritual self-care, self-care in general, aspects of this video that you might take away for your own self-care practices, or tell me what you think of the video. I make new videos every Wednesday about all things to do with spirituality, wellness, and witchcraft. If that's something you're interested in, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be reminded every time I upload, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!